Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the Chevy Tahoe RST Performance Edition. Before we get in this video, I want to give you a huge shout out and thank you to the large familiar Chevy here in Provo for giving me some time with this Tahoe. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 14 around town, 18 on the highway, with power outputs being 433 horsepower and then 467 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. This kind of like grayish green or greenish gray is really cool looking if you ask me. And I've got the split light design just like other new Tahoes. The grille's completely blacked out with the Chevy bow tie there front and center. Parking sensors are at the bottom with fog lights as well. And so when you put it all together, it's a clean look. Now our triangle setup is 275 by 55 by 20, and you can see the wheels are completely blacked out. You also have the upgraded brakes, and you'll notice they're Brembo brakes, by the way. Red brake caliper, which kind of adds to the sporty look. Tahoe badge is blacked out. You can see with the blacked out stem there, and the mirror cap, and then the running boards are also blacked out. And then the brake caliper on the rear is also red, so you've got that cool sporty contrast. Now this leads us to the key fob. We have our lock and unlock function, remote start. We got the opening for the hatch and then just for the window. Press that a couple times, also Chevy bow tie. And pop right open. So this is the Tahoe. So you've got the smaller storage space behind the third row. If you want more, get the Suburban, of course. Got an outlet here in the back. You can fold down the second row with power. You can only raise and lower the third row though. The second row doesn't have the raise function, but solid storage. Taillights on this I think are pretty cool looking. You can see the blacked out trim that goes across. RST badge also been blacked out. And man, I really like this color. Now this leads us inside where you guys can see we've got this nice red stitching. You can see down below as well. Speaker for the Bose sound system. Now we've got heated seats here in the back. That seat's folded down, but you've got good legroom here in the second row. Also climate zone. The third row, you can see has the nice stitching and everything. Well, if the camera will pick it up, kind of. There we go, popping up a little bit more. But plenty of room there in the third row. And here's kind of a closer look at all of that stitching. And then this leads us up front, where again we've got more of the red stitching throughout. Front two windows are automatic. The mirrors power fold in. You've got memory seats. Blind spot on with the mirrors. 1688 is the payload capacity. Towing capacity is 7,500 pounds. And then again, more of that red stitching, perforated trim all down the center, power adjustments on the side, and then we've got a bunch of controls here. So you've got your lane departure for your parking sensors, auto stop start, 360 camera stability control, as well as the parking assist. And then you notice that this does not have four-wheel drive low, interestingly enough, but we do have the light controls there too. And we'll pop it on. Bada bing, bada boom. Got the Chevy bow tie there front and center. We have our adaptive cruise control there on the one side. Paddle shifters there for the 10-speed. Controls for the center stack, including the heated steering wheel function on the right side. And then more of that red stitching throughout. Got your little turn signal / windshield wiper stock, and then regular old column shifter. Now, like other modern Chevys, full digital gauge cluster that's very customizable. You can change what the screen has displayed, which I think is a very useful feature depending on how much busyness you want on the screen. And then it does also come with a heads-up display. I do want to mention there's nice trim across the dash. This does come equipped with a 360 camera system. It's a pretty good resolution with that. And then as for the infotainment system, it's quick to respond, has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Notice your auto park system is there too. And then with the seats, just heated function, no cooled function, interestingly enough. Then you got your climate controls built in there too. And then this does have, I don't know, quite a bit built into it, but I would say that it's pretty good, even though there's not like a lot of physical. There's physical for the climate, but yeah, it's pretty much all screen. I guess there's another physical control there off to the side for the volume. Wireless phone charging pad down below. We've got some cup holders, some more storage here. Center console's got good space and nice trim on the top section there. This is cool, it goes across, I think. And then we've got a camera rear view mirror with this, and then this one doesn't have a sunroof. Now this leads us to the window sticker. If you're wondering, this is the Cypress Gray. So I guess it's a greenish gray. That'd be the most accurate way. So $70,000 base MSRP. The Performance Edition, though, is $9,825 as an option. And you notice it adds quite a bit to this. Interesting to hear what the exhaust sounds like a little bit. But anyways, $84,710 the total MSRP. Let's see how it performs. I will say, it's not that rowdy. The trucks with the performance exhaust are actually quite a bit rowdier. So, interesting to see. And this is not related to the video whatsoever, but I will say, the amount of foot traffic to American dealers, you know, with American brands, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, is crazy over the last few days. Crazy. But, let's see how this crazy V8 American SUV performs. Suspension's nice. Now this doesn't have the air suspension, but still a solid setup. Again, this is supposed to be more about like sportiness, which is weird because it's a 3-row family SUV, but you know, some people want the looks, right? Some people want something that looks more like a sports car. Looks like the Corvette that you used to have, that you had to sell when you had all your kids, right? Oh, buddy. V8 power. Now, I don't know if this actually feels any quicker than the regular 6.2. Again, it's got, so at 433, so 13 more horsepower, 467, 7 pound-feet of torque more. It's hard to perceive that small of a difference when you're already over 400. So, it's backpack. That new backpack, I hate it so much. It's so poorly weighted that it's stiff, so like it just falls all the time. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I don't think you can really perceive it. It doesn't really feel too different. Power-wise, it feels pretty similar. Auto stop start, interesting. Also, I like the fact this at least has 4-wheel auto, so it's nice for rainy days like this where, you know, it's not necessary, but it's nice to be able to just go and not have to worry about any slip with the vehicle. See, this interior is pretty nice with the trim pieces they have. So not too shabby on that. Man, the torque. I will say the camera rear view mirror is another cool feature to have in such a big vehicle, especially if you have people in the third row. It's nice to be able to not have to worry about having to try to see over them. Yeah, the air suspension with these, if you get the Tahoe or Suburban with air suspension, it definitely makes it more floaty. But I mean, this fits the kind of theme that this is going for with the sportiness, where it's got the kind of firmer, it's not uncomfortable, but it's firmer suspension. Oh yeah, and the V8 power is great. Again, the 6.2 has got that instant response. It's got tons of torque to pull from. It's a muscular engine. And you know what's funny is, because everyone else has gone away from V8s, like this engine, I would say, like, you know, 5 to 7 years ago, this was a kind of special feeling engine, but it was also like, it didn't blow your mind, right? Because you had the Hellcat everywhere and just all these crazy V8s from every manufacturer. But now everyone's turbo 4-cylinders and V6s. This thing feels special. It's like, man, this feels, you don't realize like how crappy a turbo V6 or turbo 4-cylinder is until you go and drive a naturally aspirated V8 and you're like, we're missing out. We are truly missing out. It's a cool experience. So let me guys think about the RST performance. My personal take, I think this is a really cool vehicle. Not my favorite version of the Tahoe. I'd say that I'd probably want like a Z71 diesel air suspension. That's me. Because then you'd have the comfort, you got the diesel, and if you don't want you can still get that with the V8 too. Standard. Let's do overhead, see what that looks like. That's weird. Side. Standard. Front. Interesting. And the camera system's pretty easy to use when you're just on the fly. But yeah, as I was saying, that's kind of my, like, I think the sweet spot for this type of vehicle. And this is not a performance, like this is the performance version, performance edition, but this is a 3-row family SUV. So I'd want something that's like, that I could take on camping adventures, Z71, right? And then is just comfortable, right? That's what you care about with a family car, is comfort and reliability, of course. So let me know, guys, think about the performance edition